So I get this question a lot. What does branding actually mean? And where do I start with branding my business? So branding. This is like the biggest jargon word. I've almost stopped using it completely because often the people I work with don't know what a brand is. It's kind of this weird word that shows up in LinkedIn and marketing articles that we don't really fully understand as business owners that maybe aren't creative or in a creative industry. That being said, the way to think about a brand is maybe another phrase, look and feel. How does your business look and how does it feel to other people? To me, that's a brand is not just the visual things that you're putting out in the world. It's how things sound, how things feel from an emotional perspective. So what are you putting out in those assets? How do you professionally present your business to others? The forms that branding take are things like your logo or your website or your business cards. These things are your professional toolkit, your professional creative assets that tell your story to other people. So you can put that in a fun term if you want, but that's basically what we're talking about when we say branding. I don't even particularly like to use that word because I think it takes you to a place that feels inauthentic, that doesn't feel true to who you are and your story. It's about putting some shellac on it or a discount or making you sound like somebody you're not. And that's not what the way Greatest Story defines branding. Greatest Story defines branding as words and graphics, as professional tools and assets to tell your story well to prospective clients and customers and collaborators and anyone that encounters your business. Now the question is really going to become, where do you start with that? You know that it's important that you present yourself well to others, right? So Annie, what am I supposed to do? Am I supposed to get a website up? Should I create a logo? Should I hire somebody to do that? Should I write copy? Where is the right place to start? And I have a bit of a different opinion on this than maybe most articles you might see, little listicles, 10 ways to brand yourself. The way that I see this is really about starting with you. And it sounds, maybe it sounds obvious, but this is where I start with every single one of my clients is we start with the story. And it's not just the story of the business, it's who you are and what your vision is for it. And the way that we do that is we have a brand story questionnaire. We have a written interview that you fill out and you have several days to do it. And it has questions that you might expect that maybe make your eyes glaze over, like, where do I see my business in 5 years? What's my financial model look like? Stuff like that. But it's also things like anyone can answer. Tell me a favorite story of working in your business or doing this on the side. What client really moved you or customer, or what product are you most passionate about? It's getting out of your own head. And that is the place that you have to start with branding, is you have to get to the heart of what it is you're trying to do. It doesn't have to be fully formed, but what are you trying to do? What strengths are you playing to in doing that? And what's the basic story so far? Because believe it or not, you can have a successful business from the get-go without any of the things I described earlier, without a logo, without copy, without a business card, without a website, and all the things in between, without Facebook. Oh my gosh, no Facebook, no Twitter. Because if I meet you in an elevator and I see you wearing a beautiful bracelet, I say, where'd you get that? Oh, I made it. Well, that's fantastic. What do you do? Well, I sell custom jewelry and I'm really passionate about that. And oh, great. Can I get information from you? Yeah, I can. That's how a business can be born. And that's why it doesn't have to be fancy. You don't have to be creative. It's really about fundamentally understanding what you're offering to people and why you love what you do. And that's going to be infectious and attract everybody else. And to my mind, everything else comes after that, comes from that and after that. So good luck. Work on focusing on your story, and remember, whatever you call it, putting yourself out there, putting your best foot forward, that's the name of the game.